When you're being blunt and stuff, you're not like saying it to hurt them. You're just saying it because it's the way you process things.
Someone actually calls me Miss DND because I should be in control of when I speak to people.
I'm absolutely hilarious. One of the funniest people you'll meet. I'm extremely loyal.
You're not being your real self. You're not saying what you really think about things. You're just letting life happen.
What's going on, people? Welcome to Conversation with H's friends. Obviously, we've got the amazing crew. As you can see now, we've got I know you people are going to be asking for it, we've got a camera and the cameraman. Now, if he falls asleep, it's going to be caught, but he edits it, so it might not make it to the end. But I'm just letting you know, if he does fall asleep, I'll do this. So, just so you know, but he might edit that out as well. But anyway, welcome. I'm with my friends, my amazing friends, family, basically. So a little introduction to all of them. We can go from my left to my right. Obviously on my left, furthest left, we've got Albizi, also known as Miss Berry, also known as Latoya, also known as Super Great. You already know. Baby hairs down and everything, everybody.
Jeez.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Amazingness. Amazing best friend. To my closest left, gotta remember the dreads. He ain't always had dreads, but it's the man with the dreads. Mac Music, or Mac Music. Get me? Music. Also known as Warren. Mactocious. Macadocious. Gadam Sugar. Obviously take that out.
Get them diabetes.
You did a lot right there.
As well as you took my name as well.
What?
You took the name like Gadam Sugar.
No, it's Gadam Iron Tablet.
Yeah.
Not iron tablets.
And obviously to my right, you've seen her on TBN. You've seen her everywhere, you know.
Not
She's
everywhere.
been on Conversation with H before. Season 1 veteran.
Season 1, you know.
Get me.
God.
Hair always laid.
Oh, thanks.
Also known as Lee J. That's what we call her. Well, we don't call her that, but that's
No
just
one
what we call
calls
her
me
now.
that.
We just made it up on the spot. Yeah, Jacobs, thank you very much. Obviously you have me, you know, H.
Jeez.
H Mac, host of this thing. And obviously, last but not least, cameraman, J Macadocious, Triple J. You already know him. So when I'm saying this intro, the camera should be on him during this edit.
You're coming up with some sick names, by the way.
Triple J,
Jay Macadocious. That is a sensational
J
name.
Macadocious, Triple J. You already know what it is, got his own podcast. We Don't Have the Answer. Check out that podcast everywhere, on the YouTubes, Spotify, everywhere. Obviously, we've got second cameraman, O'Shea, you can't see him though, but he's got dreads as well. But, can't see him, he's enjoying the corner. So, as I've got my friends with me today, we're having a little mukbang, as you can see. Our food is from Jamaya on Cornwall Row. Food is nice, you know, can't lie. Food is actually nice. The wings is winging, the fried wings in particular. So if you guys want to, you know, go and check it out. This is free promotion, they ain't paying me for this. So,
Not yet.
not yet. Call me. But yeah, so as I'm with my friends, first thing we're gonna have a little discussion, a little conversation while we're eating and stuff. First thing we want to talk about is friendships. So what characteristics or attributes do you look for in a good friendship?
It's got to serve both of us.
Okay.
If the friendship is just serving me or it's just serving you, the friendship isn't slapping. Like, it's not going to make sense because at some point someone will feel drained or someone will feel unappreciated or someone will feel the burden of carrying that friendship for so long. So it has to be two ways. There's going to be days when I'm low and I expect you guys to pick me up, and there's going to be days when you're low and you have the expectation, rightly so, for me to pick you up. So it has to be two ways. It's got to serve both of us or else it's long.
I think for me, somebody who's understanding, because with that comes a lot of other qualities. So patience, guidance, and like from a personal point of view, like how I might go through phases or like communication, stuff like that. And having people that know that that's a part of me and are understanding of that factor in my life, having that understanding for me is a big thing, because it's like, it's not even like, how can I create it? It's not like love languages, but it's how I operate as a person, and someone who can understand that and not judge me for it, or even if you pull me up on it, like it's from a place of love. So yeah, understanding is a big thing for me.
I would say that there would have to be like trust in the friendship. Like, I have to be able to trust you. Like, I have to be able to trust that you're going to tell me the truth. I have to be able to trust that you're not going to make me look foolish in public. Or like, make me look. Do you know what I mean? Like where if I'm doing something mad, you're gonna tell me. So I think I have to be able to trust you with what I'm saying. That it's not gonna end up here, there, and everywhere. That you can trust me. That it's just like a nice, safe space.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry, just to jump on the back of what you said, that's kind of like what I was trying to say. Like, you still need people that are going to hold you accountable, and a lot of people don't necessarily like that quality in friends because I think no one really likes, or not many people like the light being shone on them and saying, okay, this is your flaw, this is where you've done wrong. But your friends, if they're proper friends, they're doing it from a place again of love and understanding. So yeah, like you're saying, I think you need people that are going to pull you up and be like, actually, you're moving a bit mad still.
This chicken's spicy. Oh my God.
Ew, not really. I think it's spicy.
Like, you know what it is? Sorry to go off topic. It's the rice and the chicken is it's all blending in my lips. So I'm trying to talk, but I'm feeling
You feel the
spices.
spice? There's no spice in this food.
Nah,
There's not even a kick.
there's a little kick for me still.
You got the sauce?
Which sauce?
The sauce that comes in there, right?
I think so. But I like my food. You know when your nose is running and your lips are tingling?
Nah, I can't.
I like it hot like that. So
Nah,
this wouldn't touch
That's
me.
embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
For who?
For me, if I'm
No, you just go.
if I'm eating and I'm just.
Just a quick-
But yeah, back on kind of the friendship stuff. I think an aspect for me is like the ability to know when to have fun and when to be serious. Because like there's some situations where you want to just chill, relax, go do something where you might not even want to converse too much, but you want to just have fun and just be in your other friends' company and stuff like that. But there's other situations where it's like, I need to talk to you about X, Y, and Z. I'm feeling this way. And it might not even be a situation between you two, it might just be how you're feeling. And back to kind of like Toya's point, the ability to have like that safe space to be able to talk in that, I think is like important, but the ability to also, let's go gallivant, or, or let's go chill, or let's go do something. And knowing that when's the right time to do those things is like, I think is quite good and important.
Your friends are fun. What are you doing?
It's true. Jam, what you saying?
I'd say open-minded.
Why open-minded?
I was gonna say that.
Because I have a lot of like just thoughts or beliefs that are very unconventional. Okay. So it's like I like to put it out to a room of people who are gonna actually think about it before just shutting it down. So if I say something that's like, oh no, we don't say that. Yeah. I want people who are gonna be like, wait, let me deep that. Right. And then maybe we can. Yeah. And I think friends who, as you were saying, can be serious as well. Because sometimes I may have something that I want to talk to someone about, and I'm thinking, all right, out of all my friends, who can I talk to? And with like only 2 people are actually capable of hitting that level of seriousness to the point where they can actually advise me. But I love being held accountable. If my friend ain't gonna hold me accountable, it's dead. I need to be able to take my situation to you and be like, I did this, and you actually be like, well, bruv, you're 100% in the wrong. So yeah, that's what I'd say. And loyalty. And loyalty, because as I say, I speak wild, so I need to know that when I speak wild, that don't leave the room where I said it.
I've been in situations where I've seen someone say something to someone, and it's like come back to me, and I've thought to myself, if I was in that situation and I was talking to a particular friend, would I want them to say that same thing to someone else, or do I just need this enclosed space? Like you three and Jamaya, like there's certain things I say to you guys that I'm just like, social media, all these kind of things, certain people will never hear. Yeah. And it's like, sometimes it ain't even bad. Sometimes it's like, yo guys, this is how I'm feeling. Wow, more so now, obviously, not always, but
We love you for that. It's fine.
more so now. But like, I definitely like, I'm feeling this way, or this is what I've been going through, and like, no one will ever know that. I'll just be on the timeline tweeting about Love Island and all them kind of things.
Yeah.
So I think it's quite.
But that's PR.
What do you mean PR?
That's PR. Like the way you're branded as a person is going to be different to not the real you, because that's a real sense of you. But not everything's for everyone.
But not everyone has that. Not everyone has that. Not common sense. Common sense might not be the right word, but not everyone thinks that way.
Yeah.
So some people think, if I can tell X person.
Yeah.
Hey world, just want to let you know, I'm feeling this way.
Yeah.
And realistically, it's like, okay, can you like, would that not be better? And I'm not saying there's a right or wrong. I'm just saying my preference. Would it not be better to have the space with those people
Yeah.
that you kind of trust? But then I also realize that not everyone has someone who they trust like that.
And some people just love attention.
It's true.
Oh, it's not always attention.
No, I said some people just love attention.
Yeah, and so obviously some people, that's, as you kind of said, that's some people's way of like expressing themselves and getting it out is, I need to do it this way rather than the other way. So kind of going off that, what would you say to someone who's kind of looking for that space, that safe space? How do you go looking for a good friendship without seeing beggy? Because I feel like that's a lot of people's like, I don't need no friends to do it. But sometimes people need that safe space, and sometimes people, those same people don't have it.
I think you have to be a safe space first. Then, like, if you're not like a trustworthy person, if you're chatty patty, then obviously no one's gonna come to you to talk about anything. Like, you have to kind of put yourself out there to find friends. Like, you can't just leave things straight away. You have to stay, talk to people, and establish yourself as a safe space as well. Everything that you want from people, can you do that? Because if not, then I don't really know what to tell you.
I think as well, generally, it takes time. Like, you rarely find somebody that you could be like, oh yeah, I can tell you anything. Or even if you're a really good judge of character, like, it takes time to build up that trust and that space. Because even like with us, like, we've known each other years and years. Yeah. So I think you have to have a bit of patience with it. And you know, it's hard to. You can think you're a good judge of character, but until you're in certain situations, you won't know like whether you can trust people. So yeah, I definitely think time is a factor in it.
I think you kind of like you need to kind of like be the person for it as well, because it's like a lot of people, they'll want a certain type of friend, but they don't really build the environment for a certain type of friend. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like me being as unapologetically myself as I can be builds a type of friendship group around me, because of the kind of person I am. So I may be honest, or I may say certain things where it's gonna cut off some people already. So it's like some people find themselves in unhealthy friend situations just because there's no real conversations happening. You're not being your real self. You're not saying what you really think about things. You're just letting life happen. So I think you gotta not let life happen.
And that's draining. Like, if you don't have one space where you can be your fully self outside of being yourself with yourself, that's draining, man. Because then you've got to manage this. Yeah. And it's a long day. There's too much going on in life. I don't need that, I don't need it at all.
I agree with Jamal to a degree, because it's like, I feel you also need that balance as well of people who are like, not opposite to you, but morally you're aligned, but in terms of how they move might be slightly different, if that makes sense. Because then that helps you to see certain things differently. Does that make sense? So like, what I'm trying to say is, if I'm not as outgoing as say my friend is, and my friend is bare outgoing, me having that as a friend is gonna open up certain things like, oh, come, let's go do this.
Yeah, I'm not even saying like you have to have the same likes. You could be two different people. Yeah. Like, you're quite a different person to who I am, but who we both are allows each other to be like, you can tell me something real because I allow you to tell me something real. Do you get what I'm saying? Where there's some people, their personality or however they move isn't set up in a way where you'd feel comfortable telling them something real. So that's what I'm saying. Not that we need to be alike. We can be very different. But it's just like you need to kind of open up yourself to be able to be told something real.
I think as well, it's like you can have a different complement of friends. Like, friends can bring different attributes. So like, generally speaking, like, most of your friends are not going to have the exact same characteristics. Like, some, like, I truly believe like friends and people can be seasonal or like situational. So you might have friends that suit better situations or better contexts. There's some people like like they're a ride or die. Because I can't remember if you asked in the context of the conversation whether it was like a best friend. I think it was just a friend in general.
A good friend.
And I think like you know, there are people that you can have such, like you're saying, such differences with, and they could be like different to your closest friend, but you still value them as a good friend because in that season, in that situation, you know, they're dependable. You know, the things that you seek and need from them at that moment, you know, you're gonna get from them. Whereas other people, they might not be reliable for that part or that thing you're looking for at that time, but there might be another situation where you're like, yo, I need this type of thing.
So let's ask a bit more. It's not so much a personal question, but do you, as an individual, believe you are a good friend?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Hold on.
Sensational.
Wait, guys. Can I finish the question?
Yes, you can only pray for me.
Can I?
Sorry.
Guys, you're just getting a little inkling into
Sorry.
into our conversations. Just a little inkling. So let me finish the question. Are you a good friend? And why?
Why? Okay, so I'll cut down the list. We haven't got the whole evening. But why am I a good friend? I'm very loyal. I'm hilarious. I'm very trustworthy. What else makes me
You're thoughtful.
so thoughtful?
You're humble.
No.
No.
No, I am. No, I'm really thoughtful. Like, and I feel like I'm very considerate of people. Like, I will go out my way to make sure that you are okay. Like, sometimes at detriment to myself, which isn't always the best thing, but I will make sure that you are okay, and I will celebrate you. I will be your number one cheerleader. That's what makes me a good friend. That's just a small portion. They can tell you more about what makes me such a good friend. Yeah.
Nah, I can't lie.
In their bio.
I don't think anything you said there was wrong. Everything is correct. But anyway, let's move forward before Haych gets any bigger.
Am I a good friend?
Not
I think I'm the friend that when you
Sorry.
need me, I'm there.
Absolutely.
So I might not be always vocal. I might not respond to you in a timely manner.
The song I
But-
said, not always there when you call.
Listen, for that man.
Always on time. Okay.
Listen, but yeah, I'm gonna be the person when you need me, when the chips are down. I'm adding more chips. Like, yeah, like I said, I'm not always about and present, but when you need me about, I'm about.
I hear that. 100%.
Are you a good friend?
Fantastic.
Sensational.
I'm a fantastic friend. I'm actually, thanks to Jesus Christ,
Amen.
I'm a fantastic friend. Reason being, similar to what Warren said, all the things that Toya and Warren said, put them together and put them on me.
Double for your trouble.
Because I have people out to my detriment,
Yeah.
like, to my detriment. But I love people.
Sorry, because what is happening here? We're talking about friendship. Go on, go ahead. Yeah. It's discreet.
It was this bit.
It was.
It
was.
was.
Carry on.
Anyway.
This is when we do the zoom in to H.
I love people, and like I'm a very big lover of people, and I care about people a lot in terms of like their well-being. Even if it's the first time in meeting a person, I care about their well-being, which is like a little bit crazy. But so in terms of my friends, it's higher. It's higher. Even when there's something not wrong, I'll be like, "You sure nothing's wrong?" And I'll be, "Hey, you sure? You sure nothing's wrong? You tell me nothing's wrong." And if I hear something's wrong, I'm mad because I asked you if something was wrong.
Right.
Then it.
That's true.
But I care for people, so I care for my friends a lot. And I do things for my friends that I wouldn't do for other people. And I'm just there, like, I'm there. I think, like, just a testament to my character, I just want to be there for people. Not out of no reward or anything, just because I just feel like that's how you should live, and that's how you should have friends, and it.
Can I ask a question in terms of, obviously you have a lot of friends.
I don't have a lot of friends.
Yes, you
A lot of
do.
friends.
No, people know you.
No, you do. You still have a lot of friends. I know what you're trying to say.
What's it like? Let's talk numbers.
I'm talking like. let's quantify
Yeah,
it.
let's quantify. What are we talking about? What's a lot of friends? What would you classify as someone having?
More than
I would
most. More than us.
Yeah, I'm talking like good friends.
More than you.
It's not about me. This conversation with Haych.
Okay. Let me rephrase it.
Okay, please. Thanks.
Because you said,
I don't want to come off across too friendly.
nah, you said, you said one of the things you said, like, you can meet somebody and want to be there for them. And
No, not that. That's not what I said.
what you said?
I was saying I can meet someone and I'll try and get to know them and I'll have a care for them in that particular moment. So for the first time, because I'm actually interested in the people. Same way how conversation with H really works is because I can meet someone for the first time and I'm actually interested in you and what you got to say. If it's me and you talk,
So interest rather than care.
yeah, but I still care because I'm like, I care for this conversation. If I didn't care for this conversation,
person.
I still care for the person as well. Why would you not care for the? That's a bit like you can't have a conversation.
No, but care's a strong word.
Okay,
For initial encounter with somebody.
Also,
you're
care-
saying that.
Care with no aftercare. So there's a care in that
Urgent
initial
care.
moment. So like, oh, I care for you. Like this is good. Like, oh, let me-
That's deep to me. Someone that you just met, you're saying.
no, if we're deep in conversation, not if we're like, hi, oh, I care for you. Not that. maybe care is the wrong word. Maybe care is too strong, and maybe interest isn't strong enough. Okay. So maybe there's a word in between where it's like, in this particular moment, I actually care about what you're saying, and I actually want to speak to you. And say for example,
Right.
you might open up to me initially from first time meeting, which happens a bit. So I can't just be like, I don't care about you from this conversation. Obviously, there's got.
I hear what you're saying.
Do you get what I'm saying? But maybe care is a bit too strong because it's like, it's not like, oh, I care so much. Like, if it's you, like just any random person, if that makes sense.
Okay.
It's like interest,
Okay.
care in bracket.
Let me change up the text.
Oh.
Because now you know what it is. It's because I know you. That's what it is. So obviously you're trying to be very diplomatic like that. That's what it is. But I guess
Thank you guys for tuning into Conversation with H. My friends, this is Leanne, this is Warren, this is Toy, this is Jamal. Okay.
I think my question is, do you ever feel like, I mean, I think you've kind of already addressed this already, but like, do you feel like you overstep the mark with your actual friends or like people that you care about, like outside of that, you know, care after aftercare, those people that are important to you, do you feel like sometimes you give too much of yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a lot of people, so I'm thinking outside of like,
Outside
say,
like us, basically.
us here
And
and
the
Sasha
other-
or other people.
A lot before, yeah, 100%. I used to like not throw myself into situations, but it's like just because I like to serve people, like I'm a natural server of people, I would just throw myself into situations that just didn't require me to be there, at the detriment of myself. And I think kind of like getting married, being with Sasha, having kids, or having a kid and kids, whatever. Whenever this comes out, it should be kids. That then kind of like tailored my time in terms of like, I don't have time to speak to you about X, Y, and Z. Or I don't have time to, church can't finish and I have time to just chat to everyone like I used to. Like I just don't have that time. I gotta get home kind of thing. So that just tailors my time. And then, not that I don't care, but it's just like,
You can't care.
not everything's for me. Like, and it took me time to realize that because, as Toya likes to say, I'm always trying to save the world. But, but I realized that everything's not for me, and it like Randall from This Is Us.
I've never seen a TV show and seen my friend in the TV show in every single way.
No, apart from
Every single way, everything he did was you.
nah, apart from glasses.
I tried to hijack this, but
Nah,
and
this is-
feel
this
free
is-
not
this is
feel free
good.
not to answer.
No, of course.
But do you? Would you say you've got a saviour complex?
Yeah, 100%. That's not even there. That's not even there. I want people to do well. Like my thing is, I want you to do well. So if I see you suffering, how can I help you to stop suffering? And that goes back to like when I was younger and that, trying to make sure people are okay, playground, whatever. So obviously, as you kind of gravitate to getting older, as with a lot of stuff, there's certain things you do which you don't fully understand where it kind of got birthed from. So for me, I definitely had like I want to make sure they're okay. Let me save this person. And then I realized I can't save everybody. Like, I think as I got closer to God, I realised like it's not for me to save people. It's for me to really give you the channel to who really can save you from what I've experienced and my personal opinion and what I go through.
That's good.
I like to create a safe space. So if I create a safe space and people confide in me, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm a servant. I want to be a servant. So let me do what, kind of what Jesus would do. So let me just, let me help you out. But Jesus wasn't helping out everybody. That's the
Very true.
That's the other thing. So there's
That's
that balance.
very
So
true.
wife, family, kind of limits my time to do that and limits my brain to even think about anything else. And then obviously I want to do stuff like this. So then I've got to think about how do I make this right. And then I've got friends that actually require my attention and time. So I can't be giving it to everyone. So that's what I was saying.
So I think I'm a good friend, but I think I've been a better friend. I think, and this is going to sound really big-headed, but I think I've been such a good and strong friend for so long that not even that, but when I've then felt like I've needed more input from other people, now I've been like, oh my gosh, I really gave so much of myself and now I need the return. So I feel like the reason why I'm saying I'm not as good a friend as I've been is because I'm actually focusing a lot of that energy more on myself because I need more of me than I think other people need at the moment.
But doesn't that make you a better friend now than you was before? Because if you're not okay, if you're not good, then how can you really be as good a friend to someone else? So like when you was good before, like similar to me, like you give out so much, but realistically you're not really being a good friend, as good a friend as you could be because you're giving out so much of yourself. You're not able to replenish or you're not being replenished yourself, but now you're replenishing yourself to a certain degree. You can now be a better friend to people because you're in a better place.
I guess so, but I felt like I had the capacity to give that level of friendship.
I'm with you.
Now I don't have that capacity. I feel like I think of everybody else before myself, whereas now I'm like, I'm going to put my phone on this do not disturb for 2 weeks. And if you catch me, catch me. If you don't catch me, my phone lives on do not disturb. Someone actually calls me Miss DND because if I don't, I should be in control of when I speak to people because I have things going on as well.
We need this segment put in the group chat.
That's you're acting like send it for me. Send it for me, nah, please.
I send it for everyone.
No,
Don't
send it for me
I
still,
would
that's
send it for
direct.
everybody.
But you have to be in control of that. And like, I'm not trying to be funny. If you don't get my attention for that day, you're not going to die.
True.
You're actually not. So I'm actually okay to just be like, I'm not engaging with people today. So I just don't have the capacity now that I had before. But do I feel like it's building back up again? Absolutely. But I do think generally I'm a good friend.
You are a good friend.
Thank you.
You're a good friend. Great friend. Sensation.
I think I'm a good friend.
What's that? Pause.
I'm a good friend, but I'm also on the journey to becoming a good friend. So like, there's aspects where I'm a great friend in certain aspects, but there's certain aspects where I'm getting to the point of becoming a better friend. So like, sometimes I'm very blunt and harsh with people, and like I'll just say it as raw as I felt it. Do you get what I'm saying? But it's not the best way of delivering information sometimes. Sometimes I just got to hold my tongue, and that's better for their growth. Like me being honest with them about how I feel about what they're doing isn't the best way for them to change what they're doing. Do you get what I'm saying? And sometimes I feel like, you see, like in school when, let's say your friend gets mugged off, and you be laughing at your friend. Do you get what I'm saying? Like there's an essence of that. Not like how it would be in school, but there's an essence of, I'm more just, if my friend's getting mugged off and it's not by my friend, I don't want to ever laugh. Do you get what, I want to kind of I want to just be like, nah, you're talking about my brethren. Do you get what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm a good friend, but I'm trying to become a better friend. And I think I've got a saviour complex too.
Just going back to what you said, because
What's it is bad.
All it was is that when I was talking about understanding before, and there's a balance, but like you're just a very blunt person. Like that's you. So obviously, like you can try and work towards being more compassionate or like packaging things in a better way. Yeah. But at the same time, like your friend should appreciate that's part of you. Like you can work on it. Same with that. I think I'm seeing a parallel in terms of like me and like communication and stuff like that. Like I try and get better at it, and I go through periods where I'm all right and periods where I'm not.
You've been very good recently, I must say.
But I guess my point is like
you
guys,
bad.
but you.
You have? No, you have. I'm actually being serious.
But I'm just saying, like, you guys know that that's like something that and I'm consistently working on it. So it's like there's almost an acceptance. Not saying that it's okay, but it's just like you give me a bit of space to be like, okay, like that's you. So it's because it again comes from a place of love. Like when you're being blunt and stuff, you're not like saying it to hurt them. You're just saying it because it's the way you process things.
Some people can't decipher that you're not saying.
I understand that it's not for everybody, but I'm saying there's certain situations where like I'm just basically what I'm trying to say is like try not to be too hard on yourself because like that is a part of you, and like I said, you can work.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. I love it. It's not like I don't want to be like this no more. I just understand that because I have a bit of a savior complex as well, and I like helping people. So sometimes I'll see someone, it's like I want to help them, and it's like, bro, why are you doing this, blood? Like you just this and that. But it's like if I approach it like that, they're gonna lock off. So I'm not really helping them. Do you get what I'm saying? So I just want to be able to communicate and deal with people better in order to be a savior.
Conversations with Haych.